In this video, I'll show you a few ways to tune your guitar, even if you don't have a tuner. If you like the video, please like and subscribe down below, and check out the Patreon. We can join for as little as $5 a month. Grab a guitar, let's get tuning. When I got my first guitar, I did not have a tuner. And if you have your first guitar and you don't have a tuner, I recommend you go out and get one immediately. Little headstock tuners are great. I'll link to one down below that I use. I've also got a Boss pedal tuner. I'll put a link to that below too. But how I used to tune was, there was a song that our band was learning at the time, and it started with a E note. So if you've heard of this little known band called Rush from Canada, they have a song called Tom Sawyer, and the first note of that song is an E. And so I would put that record on, and then I would tune my low E string to that note. So I'd find it, go up or down, find that first note, and then I would tune the rest of the guitar from there. So if you don't have access to that song, or a song that you know the key of, let's talk about how we can do it without having a starting note. So let's go under the assumption that the low E string is the right pitch or close to it. And if it's just you and maybe some friends, it doesn't really matter, as long as you've got a good tune within all the instruments. So starting with this E, let's talk about 5th fret tuning. So the guitar is tuned in fourths with the exception of one of the strings, which is a major third. So for the 6th string, you would go down, first you get it to your pitch, then you'd go to the 5th fret, you would hold that down with your finger, you'd play the 5th string and the 6th string. So 6th string first. Those notes should be the same. If they're not the same, then you can adjust the tuning key either sharp or flat. And if you're not sure which way the tuning key goes, even some old Fender basses, the tuning key does it backwards. So get your first two notes and then get that 5th string to be in tune with your 6th string. Once you're happy with that, you're going to take your finger again on the 5th string and go down to the 5th fret and play the 5th and 4th string. Those two notes should also be the same. Again, if you've got a little difference, adjust the tuning key till you can get it in pitch to where they sound good. And then usually what I do is every time I get a string in tune, I go back and check to see how I'm doing, because as you tighten and loosen strings, it can slightly change the pitch of all the other strings. Next, 4th string, same thing. You're going to go down to the 5th fret of the 4th string, and you're going to play the 4th string and the 3rd string. Those should be the same pitch. Again, adjust as necessary. The 3rd string is where it's different. The 3rd string is going to be the 4th fret. So you're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4 instead of 5, and you're going to play the 3rd string and the 2nd string. Those two notes should be the same. So that's a major third instead of a 4th. Finally, we're going to go down to the 2nd string, 5th fret, and then play the 2nd and the 1st string. A little bit out of tune until you get those pitches absolutely the same. I also recommend, if the strings are out of tune with each other, tune the pitch down and then come back up to the pitch, and that should help it stay in tune better. Okay, the next technique we've got is what we call harmonic tuning. You're going to use the harmonics on the strings, and if you've never done a harmonic before, you're just going to take your finger and lightly touch the 5th fret here on the 6th string, and then the 7th fret on the 5th string. It's a little harder, but it's a great thing to know. Those two harmonic notes should be the same. So 6th string, 5th fret, 5th string, 7th fret. That's going to be the same for the 5th string. 5th string, 5th fret, 4th string, 7th fret. 4th string, 5th fret, 3rd string, 7th fret. And this is where it gets different. For the 2nd string, you're going to come back up to the 6th string, 7th fret, and then the 2nd string open. And then finally, 2nd string, 5th fret, 1st string, 7th fret. Those should be the same note. And then always check the tuning by playing, I usually play a G, because a lot of times if something's going to be out of tune, it'll be the 3rd string, and a D, and then an E. Another thing, if you want to, you can check the low E string and the high E string. those should also be the same note, although they're going to be 2 octaves apart. And then finally, we've got what I would call, say, an ear training exercise. So if you have your first pitch, your first low E string, the interval between the 5th string and the 4th string, I'm sorry, the 6th string and the 5th string is going to be Here Comes the Bride. Right? So here comes the bride. And so if you can get that melody in your head, that's what is a perfect 4th. And then you can get that pitch to be right where you think it should be. 5th string to 4th string, same thing. Get that pitch. 4th string to 3rd string. Here Comes the Bride. And here's where it is different. From the 3rd string to the 2nd string, it's going to be Oh When the Saints Go Marching In. So, bum, bum. So if you can play that melody and it sounds good, that means you're in tune, because it's an open 3rd, open 2nd, and then 1st and 3rd. Here Comes the Bride will come back in on the 2nd to 1st string again. And again, check your tuning after each one of these and make sure it's good. Well, that's a quick look at tuning your guitar without a tuner. If there's a song that you like to tune to, leave it down in the comments. Maybe leave me a suggestion of another technique you'd like to see me cover. Please like and subscribe if you like the video, and check out the Patreon where you can join for as little as $5 a month, and you're going to get a PDF and a guitar profile for a ton of lessons. Thanks, we'll see you in the next video.